There's a voicemail sitting on my phone right now that I will never, ever delete. And if you've lost someone, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. It's 43 seconds long. It was left on a Tuesday afternoon, and it has saved me more times than I can count. My dad left it about 3 weeks before he died, and he had no idea he was leaving me something I'd be listening to for the rest of my life. He was just calling to ask if I wanted him to pick up lunch, rambling the way dads do, saying, "It's me," like I didn't have caller ID, like it was 1997. He said, "Hey, it's me, just seeing what you're up to. Thought maybe we could grab some food. I don't know. Call me back. Love you. Bye." That's it. That's the whole thing. And somehow those 20 words contain an entire universe. Grief does this strange, almost cruel thing where it makes the ordinary sacred. The voicemail wasn't meaningful when he left it, but the moment he was gone, it became the most valuable thing I own. More than any photograph, more than any letter. Here's the irony that would make him laugh. The man who could never figure out how to send a text message accidentally left behind the most perfectly preserved piece of himself imaginable. Audio is different from photos. You can't fake the cadence, the breath, the exact way someone says your name. Psychologists actually have a name for objects like this. They call them continuing bonds, which is a fancy way of saying the things we use to stay in relationship with someone who is no longer physically here. And science backs it up. Hearing a familiar voice activates the same neurological pathways as presence, meaning your brain, on some level, experiences it as real contact. I want to be honest with you about how I use it, because I think people assume grief is linear and that at some point you stop needing these things. That is absolutely not true. I play it when I'm proud of something and I want to tell him. I play it when I'm scared, and sometimes I play it for no reason at all, except that the world feels too quiet. There's a particular kind of grief that no one warns you about, which is the grief of forgetting the slow, horrifying erosion of a voice in your memory. The voicemail is my defense against that, my proof that I remember correctly, my anchor to the specific, irreplaceable frequency of him. Now here's where it gets a little philosophically complicated, because some people will tell you that holding on is unhealthy, that you need to move forward, and to those people I offer a respectful but firm disagreement. Keeping the voicemail is not the same as refusing to accept reality. It is, in fact, one of the most rational things a grieving person can do. The misconception is that grief has a finish line, that one day you cross it and you're done, and every tool you used along the way can be put away. Grief is not a project you complete. It's a relationship that changes form, and the voicemail changes with it. In the early days, listening to it was like pressing on a bruise, painful but somehow necessary, a confirmation that the loss was real. Now, 2 years later, it's more like a handshake, a quick hello, a reminder that love doesn't actually require the other person to be in the room. If you have a voicemail, a video, a voice memo from someone you love, back it up right now, tonight. Do not wait. Not to a cloud service you might cancel, but to a hard drive, a second hard drive, somewhere permanent, because the worst thing that could happen is a software update taking it from you. And if you're lucky enough to still have everyone you love alive and calling you, let me offer you the strangest, most morbid gift I can. Let their voicemails breathe. Save the ones that sound like them, because you don't know which Tuesday afternoon phone call is gonna matter most someday. You can't know. That's the whole terrifying tender point. There's something almost absurd about the fact that the technology designed to be temporary, a voicemail, a placeholder until someone calls back, has become my most permanent possession. He just wanted to know if I was hungry, and instead he left me a lighthouse. Grief is not the enemy of joy. It is the proof of it, the shadow that only exists because something bright was there first. So I keep the voicemail, I play it, I let it do its work, and I have made peace with the fact that I will probably be listening to it when I'm old and gray and still not ready to say goodbye. If this hit home for you, if you like what we do here, please subscribe and check out all our other topics.